Alright, hi, this is Marie from thriftycookingmom.com. In this recipe, we're going to go ahead and make a Filipino dish. This is called Bistek. It's our version of beef steak. In this pot, I have some beef that I've cut into strips like this. And I cut it into strips so that's easier to cook. You could also use thin sliced beef if you wanted to. Depends, your preference. I usually use just, beef cut into strips like this. This is about 2.5 to 3 pounds. To this, I am going to add some lemon juice. And I cook this well enough to know if I put enough. So this may not have, an exact measurement. But what you want to do is just, I'm not sure if you can see this on the camera, but I am just juicing. Okay, I guess I gotta do it the other way. Just juicing the lemon. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and continue adding the juice of 2 lemons, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I went ahead and added the lemon juice on here. To this, I will add some soy sauce. And again, I cook this well enough so I don't have exact measurements. I just, maybe 2 to 3 pounds of beef, you want to add half a cup of soy sauce. Alright, and you want to add some pepper. So, there. Just, simple ingredients. That's the beef, 2.5 to 3 pounds of beef, 2 lemon juice from 2 lemons, half a cup of soy sauce, and some pepper. Now you want to turn your heat to medium high, and just cover it until it boils. All right, that's the first step, and I'll be back to show you the rest. All right. This boiled for a good 10-15 minutes, and I put the heat on low. So this is what it looks like. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's what it looks like when it boils. The liquid of the beef will come out, so you don't need to add any more liquid other than the soy sauce and the lemon juice that we added. After this has boiled, your lemon juice will make your meat tender, so you don't have to worry about if it's going to be tough. Or I think the kind of meat I used for this is London broil, maybe, or chuck roast, something like that. I forget which kind of meat I used, but you can just have your butcher cut it into a thin slice, and then you can go ahead and cut them into strips yourself. So what I'm doing now is I am going to go ahead and separate the meat from the juice that came out. And I don't know if there's any other easier way of doing this, but this is how I usually do it. I just use my tongs to get the meat. By this time, this is already cooked, but this is just the first step of our bistek. It's not fully cooked, or it's not ready to be served yet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and transfer the juice to another bowl over here in the back. I'm not sure if you can see it. I hope you can. Oops, there's one leftover meat. Alright, now that my wok is empty, again, I'm going to go ahead and add some oil. You could use whatever oil you have, olive oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, just a very little bit. Just maybe a couple of tablespoons. And then you want to put the heat back up to medium. Alright, once You know, once you see the oil starts kind of bubbling over or making sizzling sounds, you can go ahead and return your beef. And we're just going to brown it a little bit. This is the reason why we separated the liquid from the beef, because we want to brown the beef. So, with your ladle or big spoon, cooking utensil, whatever, you want to just go ahead and swish it around the pot and brown it. I usually add some fish sauce. This you can find in your local grocery store on the Asian section. Just a little, maybe a couple tablespoons of fish sauce. If you don't have any fish sauce, that's fine. You can add a little bit of salt. This just adds a little bit more flavor. Now, if you don't want it salty, you can just skip this part altogether. Alright, once this is done, you are going to return the sauce, the juice. I know it looks like a hassle because it's just more bowls to wash, but it gives it a special flavor. So this time you want to go ahead and put it to high, the heat, and I'm gonna grab some oyster sauce, and this is the oyster sauce that I use. You could buy this in your Asian market, or I think your grocery store might have them too in the international food section. I usually just eyeball it. This is just to add a little bit more flavor. I'm gonna say a quarter of a cup to a third of a cup. You can start off with a quarter of a cup. This just adds a nice flavor to it. And then just mix it around. Just to coat all of the pieces of beef. Alright, and then to this, you want to add a large onion that has been sliced into rings, like this. And what I usually do is I just lay it on top. I guess I could use 2 hands to do that, to make it quicker. If you have, you know, a special tool that slices the onion to make them look nice so that they're all even, you can go ahead and do that. But this time I was in a hurry and I just opted to use my regular kitchen knife, and you know, so some of the onions might be fatter than the others, but that's okay. It's all gonna taste the same. The onion gives it a nice flavor. I'm gonna lower the heat to low, or you know, medium low. I don't know if there's that setting, medium low. I mean, you don't want it too high, but then you don't want it low either. Okay, so that's that. And again, you want to get your lid and cover it and wait like 5 to 7 minutes, and then we're gonna take the lid off. Alright, it's been like 5 minutes, And the onions are already cooked. I'm just going to go ahead and mix this. It depends on how you want your onions. If you want them really soft, then you want to cook them longer. If not, you know, this is fine. This is how I like my onions. And there you go. This is a very easy recipe to make. We usually serve this with steamed white rice, and again, it's called Bistek. It's a Filipino version of beef steak. Give it a try and let me know how it turns out. Thanks for watching.